Welcome to the Power of Team Will. I am your host, David. In this podcast, we'll be diving deep into the importance of fostering strong family relationships. Join us as we explore the power of teamwork within families and how it can positively impact our lives. Get ready to be inspired, uplifted, and motivated to strengthen the bonds within your own families. Let's unlock the power of Team Will together. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Power of Team Will podcast, where I try to give you the best 30 minutes possible. Last episode, we left off on Aunt Lucille's interview. So I want to go back to my aunt and finish the conversation. Thank you for tuning in. Stay blessed and stay motivated.
Like when these pictures come on TV about racing, I can't. I start watching it, but I have to walk out the room. Cause when you go to showing it, then it do bring back a little memories, you know.
Yeah.
And I can't do it.
Well, some of the things is like, you know, just for the sake of this, is just us discussing. Like this video that we're doing, it can be traumatizing.
Yeah.
You know, because it's bringing back old memories to you or just to anybody else that's in the family that's watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing like that. But for the people who haven't experienced it, we need to be educated on it.
On it, that's right.
To know what it looks like, so we know how to better get ahead of it, how to teach it, how to put in prevention methods to ensure that it don't happen. Because like talking to you within this story, I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna lead this part in. You know, like to you, Uncle Jarvis, and even to my grandmother, you know, I always had a positive relationship with you. You know, but I did, but I didn't. The only reason I say that is because, like, between Uncle Jarvis and the rest of it, I didn't like how I saw the relationship. But then again, my schooling and my education and my bring up was different than yours. So me to look back on it, I didn't like how y'all relationship was. I didn't like how a lot of other people's relationship was. But it wasn't until I got educated on your story, my grandmother's story, and that life experience shaped what y'all put into place. And now I can like, I understand. I don't agree with necessarily all the treatment, but I understand that's all what you knew.
Yeah, right.
That's all what you was taught. That was, like you said, as the men, they can only go so far. So they did only what they knew how to do. And they weren't allowed to do no other way. So I understand that. It helped put peace around a lot of stuff the way I understand things. And it's kind of like what I'm doing now. It's like why I like to capture what you've been through, get your story, and let other people know what your story is. Because I think it's a story that, you know, a lot of people that was born in the 50s, the 60s, 50s, grew up in the 50s, 60s, the 70s, they die with these stories.
Oh, yeah, they keep them on.
And us as kids, we can't process why the treatment was treated like that. And the mere fact that you tell the story, but like you said, you're able to tell the story now because you prayed about it.
Yeah.
You prayed about it, and the good Lord Jesus said, talk it out.
Talk it out. That's what he say. Talk it out.
Talk it out.
And your experience may help someone else.
And it helped me. It helped me get an understanding, like, especially as a man. I understand my treatment as a woman and how it can have a significant psychological trauma on you all.
Oh, yeah.
And it has taught me that, talking to women. But it's a learning curve. And I'm telling you specifically is like, you know, it's one of those things, like you said, God is working through you to get to me, and I can greatly appreciate that you're telling the story, and I'm hoping that everybody else can get the same level of understanding and education the same way. So I'm telling you, I'm greatly honored to sit up here and talk to you, and I'm greatly thankful.
And you know, even when Giles and I was married, I would laugh, but it wouldn't be real. You know, how will I put this? Some things with Giles and I trusted him, and some things I didn't, because he had did so much things. Don't get me wrong now. He was a good provider now. He did now. He provide food for us now.
But typical men provide and feel like they can go do what they want.
Yeah. And but some things I trusted him, and some things I was scared to trust him. And I learned I was scared to trust him because I had been hurt by a man, and I was scared to put all my trust in a man, which we shouldn't put all our trust in a man, no way.
Put all your trust in God.
That's it. That's it. But during that time, I wasn't wise enough to see that. But see, the older you get, the wiser you get. And you get more knowledge.
But like I said before, you all keeping all that knowledge, and I don't wish anything on nobody, but dying with all that knowledge doesn't help another generation.
Right. And I say, I tell this story because I pray this next generation will be different from my generation. And I pray that my family can understand where I'm coming through. Because I'm going to tell you now, it's more than me in my family went through this. But if you don't talk about it, you're going to always keep it in your head.
You end up dying with it. And those stories go untold.
Yeah.
And people think, oh, all this stuff happens in the 1800s or the 1700s. But we're talking about 1960.
Yeah.
1950. Thousands of people are still alive today.
Yeah, thousands.
Maybe even millions.
Right.
And we necessarily don't know what's going on.
And you know what? I learned a few years ago. I'm trying to think where this place is. Is it Cairo, Georgia? I'm trying to think where it's at. I know in one spot in Mississippi is like this. They still got slaves, but they can't. They don't talk about it because slaves supposed to be over. But some people still living like that though. Some people still living without an inside bathroom. It's hard to think, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And I know a lot of folks like that, but I just pray. Because I know they live in a hard shift. Because it was just hard back then, David.
So we're talking about everything that you encompass. We're talking about known trauma that you had and how, dealing with it. Is it just something that you kept in your head? Did you ever you felt like a safe place where you can communicate this and not feel like somebody can judge you or laugh you, think less of you? Let's say 20, 30, as you're 20 years old, 30 years old, or even as a teenager. Did you feel like you had anybody that you can talk it out, even as sisters and brothers?
I had one sister I talked to about it. And I quit talking to her about it because the same thing was happening to her. But when I would tell her, she always said, well, just keep your mouth shut. Just keep your mouth shut. And that wasn't helping me.
So, so let me ask you, did it ever go through your mind, what made men do this to us?
It went through my mind several times. Why would you do us like this when you got, we yours?
Yeah.
We your blood. Why would you want to do us like this? But and then we had a friend I related to, because she said she went through the same thing. But she said hers was different. Because she had 9 children from him.
Did you ever, you said you had dreams, nightmares about it?
Oh, yeah. I couldn't even shut my eyes. I'm serious. I couldn't shut my eyes, because when I shut my eye, looked like it was happening. And like the psychiatrist tell me now, that's because that traumatized me. That just it really put a scar there. Mm-hmm. And then see, every time it would freshen up, because just think, now I done lost everything I got. My house done burned down. I done lost everything I got. My daddy got a 3-bedroom house. Ain't nobody in it but him. I go to him and ask him, can we stay just one night? And he gonna tell me, no, he ain't have no room. And then my sister gonna come there and say, well, Daddy, me and my husband and children come to stay tonight. Come on in here, gal. You know where the bed's at. That hurted me. Because she had a house. But he didn't want me in his house. He didn't want me, I said he was still mad with me because I told Mother. And when I told Mother what took place, Mother was still standing there, but they wasn't having a marriage. They
was married, but they wasn't in a positive relationship.
Right. And Mother couldn't trust her, And when she started going somewhere, she started carrying us with her. And like church or to the store or whatever, she didn't never leave us no more.
So let me ask you, if you having all these dreams and all these things, back in your time, besides family members, where do you go to seek any type of help?
Nowhere. Just cry, stay home, cry, hate myself, felt nasty.
So, okay, so fast forward a little bit. So when would you say the first time that you started getting help for, like a therapist, psychiatrist?
In 2001.
2001? What made you go see that psychiatrist?
Because I clicked. I was in there cooking. Instead of me putting grease in the frying pan, I filled the frying pan full of vinegar and was frying my chicken in vinegar. And if Mary and Jarvis and them hadn't been there, I'd have got burned up. But it just clicked. I mean, my mind just clicked. And one day, all of them Jarvis went to work, Mary then went to school, and I called Mary at school and told her I need her now. And at that time, Mary, they always have accounts at school. And Mary got me and carried me to her counsel.
At her school?
At her school.
Oh, wow.
And then I was torn. I'm serious. I was torn. And she got in touch with this place in the Funyant. And they told Mary to bring me right on down there. Mary got her dad and they carried me on down there. And they talked to me and everything, but they wanted to send me right on the folk wall to put me in the not a mental place. Yeah. They wanted to put me in there. And Giles told them, sir, well, make sure you put her in a room where she'll have 2 beds because I'm not going to leave her. But they say, you can't be with her. He said, well, she ain't going. So we'll battle this out at home. And so Jarvis carried me on back home. And at that time, I couldn't sleep. If you wasn't in there with me, I couldn't sleep. And Jarvis and them girls took turns getting in the bed with me just so I could get a little sleep. But then sometime when I shut my eyes, this little old bitty people with these big old brown hats would come out. And when they come out, I just went in a rage. I've been through it, David. My brains have been through so much. So I think that's a lot why I can't focus on one thing. I can't focus on one thing. That's sad, ain't it?
Well, it's sad that you had to go through that. It's sad that you had to go through that.
And I learned this though. Sometimes girls go through it hurt some worse than it do the other one. Mm-hmm. The other ones just could pick up their life and go on. Yeah. But some can't.
Yeah, everybody's different. Mm-hmm.
So I reckon I'm the one got stuck. I can't. It was hard for me to go on with my life.
Mm. So what made you be able to like today, 2024, we're talking about it. What made you be able to talk about it in 2024?
Because I was praying and I was talking to God, and I told him, I just need help. And I told him that what I was going through, man couldn't do it. Even the only one could do it. And looked like he told me just the plainest day, you talk about it. The more you talk about it, the less stress you have. And I remember getting up, and Mary, that was on the weekend, and I told Mary, I said, Mary, I got to talk. She said, okay, let's talk. I'm crying and she crying, because that was the first time she really knew what kind of life I had. Mm-hmm. And when I opened up to her. And then when Darren come home from the service, and lately when he be coming up, it was during the last Christmas, not this Christmas past, but last Christmas, he come up and I said, Darren, I got to talk. He said, well, go ahead, Mama. So I was just telling him what was going on with me. He was crying, he got mad. He said, why you didn't tell me this before they passed? I said, cause I couldn't talk about it. And he gave me some good advice. He the one really helped me to go through this psychiatrist I'm going through now. Okay. Cause he called and set up everything. He explained to him what was what. And, and then the woman told him, say, yes, she do need help. Mm-hmm. And
so, well, let me make a point. So listen to what you're saying. All the trauma, but you're still able to somehow be, as a woman, Black woman, you're able to be a spouse, a mother. Mm-hmm. All these things that encompass of being a woman, you had to endure, but you still, continue to push on. Honestly, that's amazing. That's an amazing story.
But see, I wasn't happy inside.
I can understand.
When people would talk and stuff be funny, I would do these fake laughs. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't a real laugh. And I was just fake. I was just a fake person. Because I didn't want people to see me for who what I had been through. I wanted to be one that had everything easy and smooth, in other words, I wanted to fit in with the crowd. And I was scared that people knew my story, they would push me aside. Because they would say, well, she nasty, And some kind of way I just kept it within myself. But now, sometimes like we talking about it now, I get full, but
full far as in a negative way or a good way?
It make me just want to cry. Mm-hmm. It's not easy to talk about your past. I mean, it's easy, but some of the things you went through, you don't want to bring them up. But to me, if I let people know what I went through, maybe, and I pray that they don't go through the same thing.
Basically, like you're saying, you telling your stories, hopefully, educate somebody else.
Yeah, here to help somebody else, Okay, and dad and mama didn't like us.
Hold on, real quick. You said mom. What was your mom's name?
Lily Mae Tyson.
Lily Mae Tyson. That was your mom's name. Mm-hmm. So Miss Lily Mae Tyson.
And her maiden name was Williams.
Williams? Mm-hmm. She was born in 1918.
Mm-hmm. And she was born in Fairhope, Alabama.
Where?
Fairhope, Alabama.
Fairhope?
She's down there by Mobile.
Fairhope, Alabama. That was where your mama was born. Mm-hmm. So, when your mom and you, do you remember your grandmother?
Oh, yeah, my mama's mama. Mm-hmm. Yes. That woman knows she loved me. She loved me so much because she used to keep me sometimes. And she used to come stay with us. And I was her queen. I was high yellow.
That's what she called it.
And she always said I was very spit a mother. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what was your grandma's name? You remember?
Cora Williams.
Oh. Mm-hmm. She was a Williams too, huh?
Yeah, my mama.
So you never had to change your last name?
Not really. I had to change it from Tyson.
Oh, okay.
Mama married a Tyson.
Okay. You married Uncle Jarvis, mm-hmm. Williams. Mm-hmm. So your maiden name was
Williams.
No, your maiden name before you got married to Williams was Lucie
Tyson.
Mm-hmm. And then you got married to a Williams, which made you Miss Lucille Williams.
Right.
Miss Lucie
Williams. I was just finna correct you. Now, why that Lucille come in, that's what Daddy would call me, Lucille.
Oh.
Daddy put that seal on there.
Because from what I always thought that Lucille
was my name.
Was your name. Lucie was the nickname.
Lucie is the real name. And Dad started calling me Lucille, and then everybody started calling me Lucille.
Yeah. So a little bit about your mother. So you, like I said, through your mom, she had 21 kids. Mm-hmm. You were number 11. Mm-hmm. So what do you remember your mom doing as for work?
She really, mother didn't start working until she had, we was in Georgia, and, I'm not talking about now on the different camp. She was working in people's houses.
Yes, okay.
Mm-hmm. But now she got a real job, before she died. It was in Homerville, Georgia. Mm-hmm. She got a good job at that time. And she was working at the place where they make Fords.
Fords, the vehicle.
Mm-hmm. And she was making good money at that time. But that didn't last for about a year and a half, and then her health just fell away. Mm-hmm.
What was wrong with her?
She died from an aneurysm to the brain. She had a stroke. And doctor said it comes from having children right behind one another. So it didn't give her body time to heal. Yep. And you should. We had this long table. Daddy built the table. And I remember so good, I could see it plain. Mama used to have us sitting down to the table. She'll go down the line. She'll put some in this one mouth, some in this one mouth. She took care of her children now. Now she took care of us now.
Did you feel like your mom and dad had a good relationship?
No, they ain't had no good relationship. Daddy had so many women. Mama didn't never go nowhere. She stayed right there with us. And we went to church on Sunday. Mama almost get in a fight with Daddy because we go to church. So
now, this is where I'm going to put all your history into play. So the mere fact that, between your age and what you knew back when you was young, what did you believe kept your mom from not leaving?
Because in those days, they really, truly, they stayed there with their husband. I don't care what they went through. They stayed there with their husband because they say when they made that vow, they didn't only make it to their husband, they made it to God too.
Did you ever hear your mom say anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
No. Okay.
Oh, yeah. She always told us that. She said, now you married this man. When you do your vows, you're not just doing it to him, you're doing it to God too. But she always say, don't live with a man if he gonna just beat you. And but Jarvis didn't beat me. He hit me one time, but he hated he ever hit me that one time.
Oh.
He hated that because I sit his behind on that heater. He hated that now. But Mama was the type of person. She was a real good woman, but she was a Cherokee Indian. And long as you didn't make her mad, y'all was good. But once she got mad and went to talking some kind of talk, it was best for you to get from around her.
So having all those kids, did you feel like, she had good order amongst all of them, or did it seem like a little chaos?
With the children?
Yes.
No, all of us, I'm telling you, we were just a one big happy family as long as Mother was living. But when Mother died, it seemed like just, Mama was the backbone of the family.
Yeah, she was the one backbone. Okay, everyone, this concludes today's episode. Another great interview with my Aunt Lucille. She gives her perspective on different things that happened on her life growing up. And I'm hoping that you took the opportunity to learn a lot from her just like I did. I really thank my Aunt Lucille for giving me this episode. But stay tuned. There's more to come. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Power of Team Will podcast. And stay blessed and stay loved, as you are loved.